good afternoon, good morning, good night, good day, wherever you are in the world. You are welcome back to the Positive Moments with Victoria. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please click the subscribe button right now. It doesn't bite, it's just a button. It's over here. Just click on it and click on the notification button as well in order to get notified every time we upload a new video, so that you won't miss out of anything. And follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. We are all over the internet on all social media platforms, including Snapchat and Tumblr. We are known as PME_music1TV. So today we are discussing fashion and costume in the theater and film industry. And just like last week I had a guest, a theater producer and a stage director. It was here. He spoke to us about the theater industry and producing stage plays and all of that. And today I have a costume manager in the studio. She's a costume manager, she's a fashion designer, she's a thespian as well, and she'll be talking to us about fashion and costume in theater and film industry. Right, so join me to welcome my guest, Holotopa, Christiana. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, can I have a seat? Alright, so Christiana, this is the Positive Moment. Can we meet you? Tell us your name and let's know a little bit about your background, secondary school, your primary school, higher institution.
Okay. My name is Holotopa Christiana. I was born in Bauchi State and I grew up in Ilorin, Kwara State. I schooled in Obafemi Awolowo University. I graduated from dramatic arts.
Great.
Yes, great. I'm number 3 out of 4 children. I'm from Kogi State. And what other thing?
Okay, where did you serve when?
Okay, I served in Ibadan and I served in 2018.
Okay. So currently, what do you do?
I'm a costume designer by profession, and that's what I'm practicing.
Okay. So your costume designer job, when exactly did you start it? Was it while you were still a student or after?
Yeah, I started costuming in 2011, and that was when I was in 100 level. So I had interest in costume, and I met someone early in life to just guide me through. So my first work was in 2011, a stage performance.
Okay. So is there anything that inspires you to do this?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell us?
I love clothes. I love fashion. I love anything that has to do with creativity. So it's a way where I can actually showcase my creativity. I can actually work things out with my hands. I love working with my hands. Okay. So it gives me so much joy anytime I do that. So it's one of the things that inspire me to move into costume.
So apart from costume designing, what are the other things you do?
Well, I do a lot of things. Okay. I can bake. I love cooking. I can sew. I can do a lot of things. In fact, once it has to do with these hands, like I'm good to go. I can do so many things.
Okay, so can you shed some light on fashion and costume designing when it comes to movie production or theater, stage play or anything like that? What is the importance of fashion in movie production?
Okay, to start with, in films or theater production, costume is an element of actually telling a story, or it's a way to tell your story better. It's not only through the acting, you can actually tell stories with your clothes. So costume is not about fashion. It's not basically about fashion. Fashion is inclusive, but it's not about fashion. It's about the correct interpretation of a role or of a particular character to play the role well in any given production.
Okay, so the costume of a character will determine the
Yes, the
outfit.
role of a character, or the character the
costume.
character of a person
Yeah.
or of an actor would actually determine the
The
costume.
costume.
Yes.
All right. So, do you have like a role model in the costume designing business that you look up to?
Yes, I do. Here in Nigeria, I have Lola Awe, and I look up to her. But she doesn't have the whole thing I want. But she's somebody that, okay, yes, I look up to her works
Okay.
in Nigerian films, especially the Yoruba scene. But out there, I have Rita Maki, and she costumed Empire season 1, and she's somebody that inspires me a lot. She has a costume gallery, she has a very big studio, and I like her works.
Okay. So, if you had to choose between stage play and Nollywood, let me use Nollywood. Let me not just say movies. Let me say Nollywood. If you had to choose between stage play and Nollywood, which one would you prefer to, like to major on, stage play or Nollywood?
Actually, I love theater.
Okay.
I love theater. It's not only like, the like is is so much, and I would pick a theater performance or a theater production over film. But the thing is that the way it's going now, you would actually pick film over theater, but on a very neutral level, I would go for theater.
But why is that? Is it because of money or because of fame that comes with it, or what?
There's no fame even in the screen industry. Like it's more, we are backstage.
Yeah.
It's not like we are seen. So it's the kind of I think I just love theater because of the way it goes, like the energy that comes from it is the vibe is there. Like I love it. But for film, it's not really. It's kind of cool. Things are done official, and give me this. I want this. You just draft it out. You send. It's like that.
Wow. Okay. And are you into makeup too in movies?
No, not really. I'm not into makeup, but while in school, I majored in costume and makeup. That's what we call it in school, or that's how we are being trained in school. So we do the two together. So when you graduate, you can decide to pick the side you want. But I have knowledge about makeup, theatrical makeup, and film makeup.
Okay.
But I did not major in that after school.
Do you act?
Yes, I act.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, can you tell us what your current challenges are now as a costume designer in Nigeria?
Okay. My challenge is that a lot of producers or a lot of directors just want to make film, and they are not ready to actually go through the right process, and then they can decide to just jump. Costume, sometimes costume.
Okay, sorry to
designers.
cut you short.
Okay.
Can you explain what the right process is all about?
Okay, the right process is in any film.
Yes.
You have the pre-production stage, you have the production, and then you have the post-production. Yes. So the pre-production is where you have the idea. That's where you have the story, and you start developing. That's where development comes in.
Okay.
And then in pre-production too, you also have where you call your crew members, those who would work with you, and you have to give them time to study the script, read about it, come up with their own ideas, sit down, deliberate, take some out, add some before you start the movie. So the production stage is where you go to location, the location is set, everything is set, you get to work. That's what you do in production. Post-production, that's where you have the editing and the tidying up, and then you have the distribution stage. The distribution stage is the last stage, and that's where you produce the movie. Yes.
Okay.
So at the pre-production level, a lot of people are not patient. They just want the work to, just go like that. And I've seen some end credits and in Nigeria, and I don't see costume design.
Wow.
Yes, because that's what I actually look for in films. And then I'm like, no wonder. Like if
so they don't have a costume
they
designer.
don't have, yes, they just decide that okay, this is your role, and then in their head they just feel okay, I can, it's clothes now.
Okay,
Just
so
bring
like
your
the
clothes.
actor and the actresses will bring their own personal.
Yes, they can just tell you okay.
Yeah, that's
just,
true. That's
just
why
bring
you
your
see
clothes.
you see an actor repeating the same clothes in different movies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just like bring your clothes, and they just bring their clothes and they wear something, and then sometimes it doesn't really tell the detail, like you don't really get the details out of what they are wearing. And some, they just want to show you that yes, I have clothes, my designer is a very good designer, my fashion designer outside is a good fashion designer. Your fashion designer might not be a costume designer.
So there's a difference between being a fashion designer and a costume designer.
Yes, there's a big difference.
Okay.
A costume designer tells a story, is always about a story. It's always about somebody. Because even costume, as the name goes, costume is not your regular wear. It's you being somebody else with what you're wearing. That's costume.
But is it important for a costume designer to also be a fashion designer?
Yes, it's good. In fact, you must have the quality. Because if you are not good in fashion, if you don't know the latest fashion, if you are not good with colors, you can't be a good costume designer.
Okay, so one of the major challenges you have is costume designers are not included.
Yes, in the process.
Yeah. Okay. So is there any other challenge? Any other thing?
Yeah. Also, they don't really give time for us to work, and they want everything to be done rush, and the payment too is not so encouraging. Like it's low compared to the work that is actually put in it.
Okay. Could it be because the costume designer is not a big name? Could that be affecting the payments? Or it's just a general thing, whether you're a big name or you're not a big name, they don't pay costume designers?
I think it's a general thing. It's not like they don't pay at all.
Yeah, I get the
but
point.
the work you put into it, actors still earn more than. I think it's even general for crew members. Like they are the ones that put the whole body.
Yes.
They put so much energy into work, and at the end of the day, the actors will still collect. Some people collect 1 million, and then the crew member is just there collecting in thousands. And it's somehow. But they are the ones doing the
I think
work.
maybe I'm right, maybe I'm not. But I think it's because those actors are the face of the movie, like they are like the brand influencers.
Okay, maybe.
And the others are just backstage. Nobody knows whether you're there or you're not there. But I think that should change.
Yeah.
That should change. People at the backstage too should get something something that is worth it. Yeah. Okay, so in like 5 years to come now, where do you see yourself?
I want to have my costume gallery. I want to have my studio where any movie producer, any movie company can walk into and get what they want in terms of costume.
Okay. So like if anybody wants to produce a movie and they need costumes, they can just
Yes,
come
they
in.
can come. We
to just
see the
rent.
scripts, we draft
Okay.
things out, and I come up with something. They go with it. If they don't have, then I can actually make in my studio and take it to location.
All right, so can we get a little bit personal? Like out of the major topic for today.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Are you married?
I'm single.
Oh, okay, you're single.
Yes.
Like, are you planning to get married anytime soon?
No.
No, as in.
No, because there's nobody.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's no plan on ground.
No plan on
for
ground.
now.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. I'm gonna be asking you some questions,
Okay.
more like a riddle. But I know you are a very intelligent person, so.
Oh my God.
Okay, the
God
first
help
question.
me.
The first question is, you are my brother,
Okay.
but I'm not your brother. What am I? You are my brother, but I'm not your brother. What am I?
Wow.
Think about it. And we are siblings, so you're my brother, but I'm not your brother. And we are siblings. That's a hint. Okay, should I tell you the answer?
Yes.
I'm your sister.
Oh.
I'm your sister.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yes, because you're my brother, but me, I'm not a boy, so I'm not your brother, I'm your
You're
sister.
right. You're right.
Alright, so the next question.
Okay.
A 62-year-old woman and a 16-year-old girl. They are walking on the road and they meet a man, and both of them greet the man and be like, "Hello, father." How is that possible? How can somebody be a father to a 62-year-old and a 16-year-old at the same time?
It's possible. There are men that have so many wives.
You don't understand. 62-year-old woman
Yes.
and a 16-year-old girl.
Okay. It might be an uncle, or there are sometimes they refer to some uncle as a father.
So uncle to 62-year-old and uncle
Yeah,
to
and
16.
you did not specify the age of the man. The age is not specified. Yes.
The age is not specified.
Yes.
But does somebody have to be your relative before you call the person father?
No, actually, you can have spiritual fathers. There are different fathers.
The answer is Reverend Father.
Oh.
It's Reverend Father. Whether he's young
Oh
or
my
he's old,
God.
you call him father. Catholic priest.
Oh, okay.
So you can be a father to a 62-year-old and still be a father to a 60-year-old.
Wow. I don't think I like this video. I'm just missing it and
It's actually very, very tacky.
okay.
Okay, next one.
I said spiritual father.
Spiritual father is different from Reverend Father.
Is
Similar.
Yes, it's similar.
Yeah. But in most cases, spiritual father, a 62-year-old woman might not call a pastor father. Like, it's not common.
Okay.
Just be like pastor instead of father.
Okay.
But a Reverend Father, even if you are 30 years old, you are father.
I'm still father.
Yes. Okay, next question.
Okay.
What word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to
Oh
it?
my
A word that becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it.
God. When pronouncing it.
It becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it. Shorter when you have.
Shorter.
A word that becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it.
Shorter.
Is that the answer? Are you actually close to the answer? think about. You're very, very close to the answer. That's the answer. Short. When you add two letters to short, what does it become?
Shorter. It becomes smaller.
No, not like smaller. That's the shorter, like
yes,
shorter.
Yes, shorter. That like I'm just using another word, like it becomes smaller. Yes.
So when you add two letters to short, it becomes shorter.
Yeah. Alright. Good.
Okay, which was the first planet to be discovered in the world?
Oh gosh. Planet Earth.
Are you sure? Oh yeah, I guess.
Planet Earth.
You're right. Okay, the last question. Last question. Where do you find roads without vehicles, forests without trees, and cities without houses?
In a dream.
Dream. No, even in a dream, everywhere is there. I still plot the structure in a dream now.
Okay, please come again.
Where do you find roads without vehicles?
Roads.
Without vehicles.
Okay.
Forest without trees. Cities without houses.
In a picture.
You're very close. Well, let me give you a hint. Did you do geography in secondary school?
No, but I can.
You have an idea?
Yes, I have an idea.
That should give you a hint too. Because it's related to geography.
A map?
Yeah, right, it's a map. Because it's only on the map that you find roads.
Yeah.
And there are no vehicles, forests, because you say, okay, this is where the forest is, this is where the road is, this is where the city is, but the houses are not there. Yeah, alright, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm so excited to have you here, and I hope that if we call you again, you will come.
Yes, I will.
Irrespective of our riddles.
In fact, I want to know my score. I want to know what I got.
You got 3 questions right?
Out of
5.
Okay, I tried. It's fair.
Yeah, it's fair enough. It's how did they call it? Is that above average?
Yes, above average.
Alright. So we have come to the end of the show. Yes. And before I go, let me reintroduce my guest. She is Holotopa Christiana. She's a costume designer, a fashion designer. What other things do you do? You're an actress.
Yeah.
She's a thespian, in quote. That has thespian has captured every other thing. So in case you have a movie or a theater production and you need a costume designer, she's your plug. Alright. If you are yet to subscribe to this YouTube channel, click the subscribe button right now and also the notification button. So like I said before, so that you won't miss out of anything, any content, any of our amazing contents that we post. And also don't forget to follow us on Instagram. That is where live is. On Facebook and on Twitter at PME_music1. So till we meet next time, I still remain Victoria. Bye.
Hello everyone. My name is Holotopa Christiana, and subscribe to this YouTube channel.